Peggy 12.
Hey, what's up everyone and welcome to the Dragon Ball Fighter Show. It is back. We are here with team Double Tyrant. Which one of you is Tyrant?
That wasn't scripted, by the way. That actually wasn't scripted.
That was actually that's actually surprising.
There's a kind of like link there. I don't know. It's weird.
All right, what's up, man? Like C4, how are you doing?
I'm good. Like excited for today, man. We get to actually see what groups there's going to be for the Dragon Ball Fighters World Finals. You know, it's been a long season of high-level action, so we're ready to close it out here and see who's playing who.
Absolutely. This is the one for today. We have invited none other than C4, who will have the huge task of drawing the groups, who has been getting ready. Look at what he's wearing. Do you think it's to bring some kind of blessing to create death groups?
Oh,
What's the reason? What's the reason for the beads?
The beads,
Yeah.
they're to keep me grounded. I don't want to get too much of a big head. I want to stay down on the ground
I respect it.
you know, try and get the good groups that everyone wants to see.
All right.
The power is in your hands, man.
It is. I don't know why you got me. I'm here for my mouth, not my execution. My hands are terrible. So if I fumble these names,
Oh, come on, hitbox user. He knows what to do. Don't worry.
Exactly. He knows he's used to press buttons, but we're not pressing buttons. We're talking today. This is what we're about to talk about today. And there's nothing else. Stop asking in chat. Like, what I'm about to say right now is what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about.
I like that.
I like that. I have to be real.
Read between the lines.
I
guys.
have to be real. I'm about to say exactly the outline of what we're going to do today. That's it. This is the outline of today. Part 1, we just talk about obviously the World Tour and all of the players who qualified, because 18 players from all around the world qualified to the World Final. There's going to be an LCQ with you that we will then spend some time talking about who is currently signed up to the LCQ. You can still sign up to the LCQ if you do exclamation bracket. It sends you to the bracket. It's free entry. You get goodies. We'll talk about everything. And then once we've talked about the players qualified and the LCQ, it's going to be time to get the boxes and draw the groups. And that's it!
I like that. Laying down the law. Okay. I respect it. Listen to the man. He knows.
We all good? We're good to go?
I think so. Time to have some fun. Come on, we're here for fun. Okay.
We're here to have fun, guys. It's good to see all of you guys on twitch.tv/Dragon Ball Fighters. Thank you guys for joining us. So let's start by talking about this year's World Tour. Of course, we had a full season all around the world, as the trailer told you before. You know, plenty of power events. You know, we've attended quite a few ourselves. You know, whether it's like UFA, Evo, freaking the mix-up, like that's so many. Then of course in Asia was Rev Major, FB Major, B Pro Cup, Couch War Cross Up in Australia, and all of this made 18 players the stars of the show. They will be heading to Las Vegas next week, and we would like to run these players together next week, man. In a week. We're gonna have the highest level you can ask for. Let's talk a bit about the players, and I want to start with America and the one and only, the UFA champion, man. Zayn.
Oh my goodness, Zayn, bro. This guy, bro, what a performance he's been putting on. Like, you know, since this guy exploded onto the Dragon Ball Fighters circuit, like, really strong player. That Beerus, Zamasu, Labcoat 21, bro, that is a solid team. And this guy, oh man, I can't sing his praises enough, honestly. And he's the coolest guy in the world.
Absolutely, extremely nice guy, ridiculously good, double power event champion This is a rarity in the circuit right now.
Yep.
Won UFA 2022, won Thunderstruck 2022, 7th at EVO. One of the hypest players to watch. Like, he's always got the beer sauce, the Zamasu setups. He's fun to watch. His team is fun. His team is cool. And you can't not cheer for Zayn, man.
You know what the sickest thing is? Going on what Tyron was saying about him being like such a nice guy. Literally 2 days ago, I was in his chat. He was VOD reviewing someone's Zamasu.
Yeah.
What? Come on.
That's how nice he is. He's like, I know I've got Water on next week, but you need some help. So send me the VOD over. And he was doing it on his stream. Super nice guy, man.
Yeah, and you can just see right here, the way that this grand final set with Wade was just so clutch.
Yeah.
Super strong performance. Bro, UFA in general was just a super hype event.
Yeah, I think that might have been my favorite top 8 of the year.
Right
but
here,
like,
goes
it's
low.
really close. There we go, goes low. Zayn winning UFA, winning a couple, and one of the favorites for the entire tournament. One of the favorites to take it all. And of course, 2 players were qualified from the West Coast. And let's talk about the second player, the sweatiest commentator on earth.
Let's go.
Jake the Sweat Ryan. Look at this. He's such a commentator that his player picture is a commentary picture.
Oh,
You know what that face is? That's the face he pulled when he realized he qualified.
That's for real. Like, yeah, that's amazing stuff, man. Like, really strong performance from Jake. Since he sold his soul, you could say. He went to the strong side.
He didn't sell his soul. Picked an optimal team.
Picked an optimal. There you go.
Yes,
there you
sir.
go. Okay, that's a better way of saying
Yes,
it.
sir.
Okay, right there,
Yes,
and you
sir.
can see it was, of course, the double fusion Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Vegito Blue, and of course Labco 21. Extremely strong stuff here, and I think this was from his 5th place finish, first attack, right?
First attack, yes.
First attack.
That was his highest placement in the power event, 25th. At EVO, we will, of course, see him. And there is a bit of lore there because, he's the second commentator with Kwis qualifying to a world final.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
So there is
Tekken,
a bit of a, challenge between the players. But let's move to the East Coast with Inzem. I think Rise is a great sponsor because he clearly is the man on the Rise C4.
That's buzz. Yeah, 100%. Also, one of those players that is so ready to help his community, and I think that's what's made him get to this level, because I think back in the day, people kind of underestimated his level, but because he had that grind to get better with people around him, he's here now.
Man, I tell you what, I'm a huge fan of Inzen. This guy is grind set personified.
Yeah.
Like, he is literally out here putting in the work, streaming as much as he can, just always putting in a double shift. And coming out here to install in Finland, taking that event, and that's what he needed to do, right? To push himself up the leaderboards, take over Nitro, and get that spot.
Yep, winning an entire tournament, we know how stacked it can be to win a tournament in Europe. With Kane, Wade in attendance in this event.
Plug was there.
Plenty of big players there, but the winner in the end of this one was Inzem, one of the 2 East Coast representatives out there. But there is another from the East Coast, and I won't call him in the Rise. I think he rose already. We know how good he is. He won big tournaments. He's been doing well all year long. The next East Coast representative, Legendary Preds.
Legendary Pred, of course, you can see Inzem's win right there. But we'll get onto Pred slide in just a second. Yeah, look at Inzem, bro, popping off. He knew, man.
That's energy.
Yeah, that was
In foreign lands as well.
He needed that. Like, huge stuff there. But there you go.
Yes, sir.
Legendary Pred.
Wait, we've got to say his name correctly. It's Legendary Y Pred.
The double Y, of course. But yeah, Pred been honestly just one of the most consistent Dragon Ball players in the world.
Yep.
For sure.
Double power event champion.
Yes.
That's him and Zayn.
You know what's insane? I remember him from next level when he was grinding back when Christian them would go to that event, and he loves Tohan, man. I don't think I'll ever see him not play Tohan.
I respect it. I think he's the only one left. Honestly, I can think of. I mean, Obi plays him
Kane
from time to
occasionally
time.
plays Tohan, but not
that
mains.
often.
Yeah,
he played him at Mix Up, right?
Yes.
But
yes.
We don't. But that's Kane. Kane plays every team. But Pred has fully decided on this team, double 21 Team Gohan, and this was a huge win for him.
Yeah.
Look at that right there. Boom. Close it out. Impressive stuff. Legendary Pred, bro.
Yep, a player who has been grinding, to say the least. He's put a ton of effort on the game this year.
I need to know the lore behind that.
No hitbox. That's the
Yeah.
Oh, ow.
no
My
hitbox.
chest.
Up next, it's Mexico with Neku. You might remember him from the World Finals last year. Well, honestly, he did great. He surprised a lot of people on his World Finals. 4th at Thunderstruck, along with his online placements, net him a spot with a good old Gogeta Blue Labco 21, and Janemba. That's another scary team.
Bro, that team right there, that's scary. You know, I was actually, when Goichi was starting to get back into the game, I had a brief discussion with him at Versus Fighting, and he was saying that he believes this team or the Double Fusions Labco is the strongest team in the game.
Yeah.
Janemba, oh my god, more people picking up this character.
Let's just answer that question. Double Fusion Labco is the strongest team. But yeah, okay, keep going.
Janemba down player over here, but still. No. Neku, I remember when he came to the World Finals that one time before, and he put on a real good performance. Really impressing a lot of people, right?
Yes, and that's what we want, you know. Like it's all about like players that you don't necessarily know. We all remember like Neku and Mano Brawl, but there are players we don't know, and there are players we do know. Moving over to France with Solaris' very own Yasha, the man who is known to kind of having made that double fusion meta.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Shifting over from we were just discussing that, this is the guy that invented it.
Yep.
You know, often duplicated, never replicated.
Exactly.
Yasha is the best at that. Team two touch.
Yeah.
Always has been, right? Even with his original
always
team.
has been.
He just got some hair dye and changed it up. But before he was doing that with Tohan, Beisku.
And
it was
Vegito,
and that was a two-touch back then. But like you said, he's created the meta.
Yeah.
That's really hard to do, especially when you had so many players kind of like ahead of him, especially when it comes to being well known, right? Back then we had people like Kaida, Noku was doing really well then, Wawa. To come out like that from that region and show such dominance, insanely hard to do. But yeah, it's consistent with it.
You're so right as well. Like with you know, arguably the strongest region in the world with the French players, man. It's such a fast evolving meta. It's so hard to stay on top. But he is a true believer in this team, and it just, you know, he gets results time and time again, so you can't argue with it.
Yeah.
Yep, one of the few who decided not to pick Labcoat and still doing well, and he's looking for a title, man, because it feels like he's still looking for more confirmation, right? We know how good he is. He needs the win, and one of his biggest rivals. Yasha has said himself in interview, I think Kane is the strongest player in the world. Yasha said this praise about Kane, and Kane, it's a most played team, of course, with Team Gohan, Broly Super, and Android 18, but Kane has like 6 main teams.
Yeah, honestly, most played team, you could just, the whole roster could be there.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I agree with what you just said, Yasha mentioned there, with Kane being one of the strongest in the world, if not the strongest.
Yeah.
He's without a doubt the hardest player to prepare for.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I think that's safe to say. Like, you can't, you don't know what you're going to get when it comes to fighting Kane.
I think what Yasha's doing is Kane kind of plays with like these beats. It feels like he's always playing with like a handicap on, whether it be like unfortunate circumstance with his pad or something, or that he just drops a combo. Like, but imagine if he played perfectly.
Bro, you say that, look what happens on this clip.
That's him though. But he still wins.
Yeah, I know, he does. Like, that was, like, he should have done 3 level 1s. Yeah. That's such a Kane thing to do.
Yeah.
Like, and
that is true.
Like,
thankfully, you know, that didn't cost him the game.
Yeah.
But definitely a player, as you said, I think that's the best way to say it. One of the most difficult to prepare against, because he will swap between like 3 to 4 teams. Lately, he's been grinding a lot on a Vegeta Blue team, and that is a scary one.
Yes, he is. Yes, he's a believer in that one. And do you know what? I respect Kane for that. He's always trying out these new teams that he believes could fight the meta in an interesting way. Bro, he's trying to break the meta.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing. Like, he's picked Tien. What was that? A third, fourth place finish at Evo with Tien?
Yep.
That's crazy.
Tien's percent for... and one, of course, Kane winning versus...
That was a huge win.
You can see how much it meant for him. Kane has lost 1 million grand finals. Like, he has gotten second a ton of times, and he even said he wanted to retire. But without talking about Kane, let's move to the UK with the one and only OB Assassin.
Yes, man, like... Love to see it, bro. Of course, all of us in this room, he's that boy, you know. And you know, we know how much he loves this game, and how much he's been grinding as well. Settled on this team now, which he believes is one of the strongest hit teams you can have. And honestly, if you see the way this guy plays, you can see that.
Yeah, and I love watching OB. OB has always had a very entertaining style to watch, and his performance at UFA is like one of my favorites OB gameplay ever.
Yeah, he's always had that kind of je ne sais quoi with his mobility with hit. Like, I know he can't, you know, maintain the squad that he wants to play in, like Goku Black and Adult Gohan. I think he might be able to go back to Adult Gohan now, but with only a week around the corner, man. Just, you know, focus on the hit. Yeah. That's what everyone's scared of. They don't want to get hit by your low. That's 400 million frames, but it still hits people. Get it done, man. Get the job done.
Yep, getting the job done, and he's there for that, right? He's going all the way to Las Vegas. First time, actually, for him. He hasn't attended EVO before, and he has something to prove.
Oh yeah, for sure. You can see right here, this was a huge win for him at UFA, and that was honestly one of the best performances from OB to date.
Yeah.
Making top 3 at that tournament, and you know, an unfortunate run for him the way it ended against Wade, but still put on one of the best performances of his life.
It's rare to see him pop off.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
It's rare to see OB show emotions.
Yeah, he's one of the calmest guys you'll meet, but yeah, he really meant a lot to him, and that's one of his training partners right there in Seihan.
Yep.
So you know, you love to see it.
Like, we will talk about Seihan a bit later. You know, one of the players in World Finals. But before, mi padre, El Grande Shanks, 7th at Evo. Shanks, double Evo top 8 placer, right? One of the few who got to multiple top 8. And look at this team: Base, Vegeta, Cell, Janemba. This team is team you block, you lose.
It's a team that Shanks developed solely for set play.
Yeah.
Team good luck right there.
Team Seto pure indeed. Like, it's like if you start blocking, I got 2 50-50s with my assists, and then I open you up into level 3, and I have a 50-50 with my level 3.
Literally.
Good luck.
Literally. And you know what I love about Shanks as well? Similar to Yasha, he plays wherever he can. You know, he's been training for this, and of course, you know, you had to have this on there. Look at this clip.
Yeah,
bro, the energy in that room was electric. Like,
listen, I hope that Shanks gives us this at Battle Hour. I hope that he attends Evo this year and he gives us this as well.
Right.
I want this. I want like Cell Scream forever, man.
I feel like I'm going to have to try and draw Shanks versus Pred so we can get the toe hunting.
C4, you have one job.
Okay.
You have one job, C4.
There we go.
Like, you
Okay. Mission. Okay, we're going to get this game. I'm going to try. I'm going to channel all my...
Come on,
Zen.
do it.
I can do it. Okay.
Trust, believe in the beads, man. Believe in the beats.
I believe in the beats. Okay, we can do this. But yeah, Shanks, it's so interesting that he's brought this team and he's stuck with it, right? I know he used to play on stick for people that didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
And then, when he went to pad, he completely got rid of the 18 Goku. And that was kind of what put him on the map, right? But he's made so many good performances with this team.
Yeah, for sure. Like, no doubt with Shanks, he's one of the best.
But next, Seihan, the one only formerly known as Mr. Popo, if you are not familiar with his new tag, 4th at Install, 5th at Ultimate Fighting Arena. And this man, C4, give me the lore, man. You're the most knowledgeable.
The AI.
Like, Seihan. Give me the lore.
Once upon a time, in a planet not so distant away. So yeah, this guy used to play online, and big names, I'm not going to expose any people, but a lot of big names were saying, this guy is tool assist.
He's running the script.
Yep, they went into the replays. I was watching it on their stream. They were going to the replays and going, look, he's pressing 1L and he's teching. That's not humanly possible on the line. And people doubted him. Came offline, didn't get the best result, but he showed people that he is about that life, right? Because you got to think, that was his first offline, and he literally had allegations to duck.
Man.
Like, people saying, you don't exist, you're a program.
Yeah,
so he showed up, and he's been doing this literally from the time he went to, I think UFA was his first one, right?
UFA was his first one.
Yeah, since then, people have recognized, like, he is just that good.
Yeah, he's honestly one of the best, and legendary defense on this guy. We all know about him. Like, if you've ever watched any of his clips online, any tournaments he's in, he's known for his amazing defensive skills. So I'm looking forward to seeing him display those at Battle Hour. Yeah,
always has been known as like Mr. Defense. You know, we always like joke about how long he can block, how you actually can't like like, Dragon Rush him or anything. Sometimes, you know what he does when I play online? He plays against me and he just blocks. And I'm like...
Bro, that's mean. I'm banning you from my tournaments if you do that. Don't make me look like a mug on my own stream. Do you know what I mean?
Listen, I have nice clips. Thank you for the content, Seihan. I appreciate it. Like, unless you won, but from one machine to another machine, Fenrich from Japan, another double power event winner. Fenrich is the man. I mean, like, I think Machine is the world. How many TODs this on the tour this year? Without a doubt, the best Japanese player right now. The only player who made top 8 at every single Evo.
Wow, that's an awesome fact right there. Fenrich, Mr. Consistent. You know, like I mean, how could you not be when we know, of course, his main training partner for so long has been none other than Goichi. It's hard not to be on his level, but this guy is grinding it out with the strongest team in the game right now, arguably, and yeah, he's looking amazing, honestly, going into Battle Hour.
And I want to see him for one reason. For Fenrich, I think this season is a huge like pride season for him, because for years the one person who stopped him was Goichi.
Yes.
Goichi left the scene, and he's like, hold up, it's my time now. I can't lose now. Goichi's not there anymore. He has that to prove.
At the last World Finals, a third place finish. You know, and that was when he wasn't even really grinding the game like that. So, you know, honestly, I'm scared for the other players as we move into the finals.
I think then that's when people were like, you know what, Japan might not be up with the times and what's current.
Yeah.
Fenrich said, he went beep, but beep. He didn't dodge the allegations of being the tech monster. And before all of this, he was beating players like Goichi with 6 M's and SSJ Vegeta.
Man, I don't know. Like, you know, who could forget the legendary back-to-back perfects, you know, a few years back? But, bro, like, honestly, and you can see right there.
Every Evo, every World Finals.
Literally.
Man, a big one. But moving to the Southeast Asia representative, Easy Steel X, 5th at Rev Major, 5th at FV Major, and Team OB with a different order.
Yeah, no, I respect it, honestly. Like, you know, that shell, obviously extremely strong. All these characters offering great synergy to each other there. So why not, you know, just go for it. And good to see some Thailand representation out here.
Absolutely.
I saw a few of their matches, doing some research and whatnot. Obviously, seeing OB's team was like, okay, let's see what this guy's doing different to OB. And I think you nailed it on the head, Tyron, when you said that he thinks this is the team to make hit work. Where Easy is like, no, hits, assists is just really good. And I just want to kind of push Labcoat 21's offense as far as possible.
Yeah,
right?
I respect it.
And this team enables her to be extremely crazy with what she can do at mid-screen to get hits, right? You've got hit A and you've got the rocket punch from 16. It never ends.
It's literally like you have to block like 4 strings of offense. It's horrendous.
Of course, back to Japan with Taco, who came back to the scene, right? Taco, we all knew him from Season 2. He then said that he was taking a break for study and everything, and then was like, you know what, let me play the game again, and clutched his qualification at the Power Event Japan by getting his 2nd place.
Wow, and that was a photo finish, by the way.
Yeah.
The race for points was very close, I believe, between Taco, Oblivion, and Ikoan.
Yeah.
Fenrich was clear.
Yeah.
But yeah, Taco made it through that, got the results he needed, and it's really cool to see him, bro. Honestly, one of the most exciting adult Gohans you will ever see.
Yeah, to put it lightly, I think you see the blue hairs, it's kind of hard to dodge, right? I mean, it's a very bright shade of blue. But yeah, I think the start of the show is the adult Gohan.
Bro, this was sick, yeah. Like, you are right. Like, honestly, when you see him play this character, it's really inspiring. I can't lie. But yeah, no, he's been known for that character for a long time. You know, remember back in Season 2, like you said.
Yeah, has always been playing the character, and of course, now that Adult Gohan is actually a massive threat,
a machine, yeah.
in the meta of this game, there is no reason that any Adult Gohan enjoyer
look at him.
Not play him. Look at him, man. You know how much it means. You know, it was a big Grand Finals win for Taco. We are looking forward to see him at Battle Hour, because I wouldn't sleep on like what this guy can bring.
Look how you love to see it when you see someone so passionate. It's amazing.
Yep. And speaking of passion, man, Philippine Xanxus. I remember meeting this guy at the Rev Major.
I remember.
In 2019, right? Like, go for it.
I was going to say, bro, this guy was playing Vegito before.
Yes.
In the before time. Remember?
Yes. He was Vegito before Vegito was cool.
Literally. In the before time, this guy was playing, like, I remember that. He played, I think it was Vegito and a bit, was it like Vegeta Blue or something?
I think it was Vegeta Blue. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Vegeta Blue, Vegito, and I can't remember. But right now, he moved to the big boy Z Broly.
I love this character, man.
SSJ4. He will be representing the Philippines and representing the Z Broly nation, because that nation has been shrinking in size consistently, but he's out there.
Originally a character claimed by the US. Now we don't really see him too much, but yeah, I honestly am a big fan of Xanxus. He's really cool.
Yep. Moving to Australia with Novix 2nd at Cultural's Cross-Up. If you guys are familiar with the OCE scene, with the Kame House, weeklies on Thursdays, this guy, like, whenever he enters, he's like always on top. He always ends up like in grand finals, at least with one of the very best Labcoat, Base Vegeta, and Janemba, and a lot to prove, right? He had that grand fight against Fenrich in at Cultural Cross-Up that Fenrich won. That's a chance for a run back.
Yeah, indeed, and it's interesting to see some new Australians blood on the international circuit. You know, of course, we've had Raptor overseas a few times now. It's Novix's time to shine, and yeah, this is another result from him. I think this is the match that got him through to the winners finals at CWC. So.
Yeah, it's definitely a player that I'm looking out for, because obviously Australia is a scene like we're not that familiar with.
Look at his reaction,
obviously.
By the way. Watch Novix, like, this guy is so hyped.
Oh, that was the pop-off?
Yeah. Wait for it. Look at this. Wait.
Listen, I love... I love a player showing emotion, man.
Yeah, man.
I love it.
These
wins...
I want to see this in Vegas.
Exactly. These wins mean a lot. do this, you know, like...
He's like, it was close. GG, so it's close.
Jeez. Moving on to Mano Brown do Brasil, who plays Kefla C4.
One of the fusions. I heard they're really strong in this game, right?
Yeah, bro. All the fusions are. Shout out to GoTanks.
Well, you know, Kefla, I mean, we've seen the likes of Kasuga really push this character, right? Having that dash with certain assists behind it is really good. But like you said, I think with how the meta developed, she lacked in maybe some of like the damage department and certain confirms. But, like I said, we've seen it over in the EU. This is against Pred as well. I remember this. Pred probably played against one of the best Keflers, right? In Nitro for a long time.
There you go.
So to get this done on such a talented player, maybe Mano Bro's going to bring some sauce.
Yep. It's going to be amazing to see Mano Bro there.
And if you remember, at World Finals, Mano Bro beat Zayn.
Yes.
That was a big one. Moving on to the Middle Eastern representative, Hayat, jumping on, taking the spot as unfortunately the leader of the Middle East couldn't make it. So Hayat will be representing Kuwait. Hayat's one of the OGs. I remember Hayat from one thing. I met him at Versus Fight in 2018, and he beat Noka that day. Like I was like, wait, Noka is in losers against who? Hayat? I've never seen this guy, and I met him there.
I think he got 9th at that tournament. He just placed outside of top 8, and I remember how disappointed he was. And he was like, bro, I wanted it so bad. And bro, this is his chance. Like I think you mentioned this earlier, C4. This guy plays a bunch of different teams, but once he saw that this was his chance to qualify for the finals, my man was straight on the double blue hair and the girl in the lab coat, bro.
He is not messing about. I mean, he is representing his country, and like you said, with the misfortunes that happened with the other players, he has a lot on his shoulder, not just for himself. And he's been playing, like you've been saying, he plays like nearly every day.
Grinding.
Streaming, and he's playing with the best players in his region. And they all want him
Netflix.
they all want to be like, you know what, we can't make it, but he's probably like one of the best representatives. He reminds me of like RMZ for their region. He's always there to get all those other players good, like Metplex, Uchiha, Claw, Ham. All of those players, I feel, collectively got better because of Hayat, because he would pick all the characters and go, you're going to learn how to beat this character. I'll pick Janemba, you learn how to beat Janemba. And he does that.
Yeah, he's been always like labbing, grinding, and putting a ton of effort. I'm looking forward because Middle East is like probably the most underrated scene in the world to me, because like they have such talented players, but it's difficult to travel. The visa situation is horrendous. We unfortunately don't like see Middle Eastern players that much around. So looking forward to see Hayat representing his region. And there is one more region, aka the extended division, which is essentially rest of the world. With this man, Gohan-kun, Captain Ginyu. We'll have a Captain Ginyu in finals. I am officially a fan.
Yeah, man. Captain Ginyu is... he's an entity. It's very difficult to prepare for this character. You kind of like... It's hard to know what to expect, really. But yeah, really, really strong performance here from Gohan-kun. I believe he qualified through a...
Look at how Australian this tournament is. Look at the name of his opponent.
Marmite in a jar. And Gohan-kun, I think it was a 5th place finish for him that got him enough points to make it there.
Yeah, exactly. It's a bit of a mystery player, I would say.
Was it New Zealand?
New Zealand, yes, from New Zealand. So one of the players that I want to see, but that is the 18 players that are qualified to the World Finals, guys. 18 players. There are 2 more spots for this. But before we even talk about this, we need to talk about the format of the tournament next week in Las Vegas. It's going to be on Saturday and Sunday, obviously. And it's a format that you guys are familiar with. It's pretty much similar to last time, but with more people. Group stage into finals. We will have 4 groups of 5 that we're going to draw today. And top 2 of each group goes to top 8. The first being in winners, the second being in losers. So 3 members of each group doesn't see day 2.
Brutal.
It is. No time for losers, though.
Listen, you enter World Finals, you're here to make a statement, and every single group is going to be stacked, so you know that every single group will have a surprise, coming down, and it's round robin, so you get more games. Groups of 5s, you'll have a ton of games on that Saturday. That's going to be the fun one, and of course, there is also an LCQ to talk about. As the LCQ, the registration is still open, guys. You do exclamation bracket, you get the link to the bracket. It's free registration. You even get goodies for attending Battle Hour, and you can get one of the 2 spots that is up for grabs. And quite a few players in this LCQ, Terence.
Yes, we do. There are some notable names, of course. We have Wade, who was, battling out with Kane there to qualify as the second French player to qualify. Nitro's down here, but I'm not sure 100% if he's making it. I would love to see Nitro there, but unfortunately, if he can't make it, then that is what it is. Reynald.
Oh, yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
always a wild card. We talk about players hard to prepare for. Reynald is one of them for sure. Double L, going to be there.
Okay.
Can't wait to see him play. Other names include, Noka, got Chris G, Kasuga is going to be heading up there from France as well. Scientific KOF, Kites, Hikari, Cloud 805, Alekovic, Neo Judai. Tons of strong
Quite a
players.
list.
Yeah, quite a strong list, and I can't call it.
Yeah.
2 players out of that.
Give me your 2. See for what are you? Who are you 2? Chat, let me tell me, chat. Who are you 2 for LCQ?
So I love Chaos.
Yeah.
And obviously someone who's kind of promoted 17 since day one. I want to see Double L. I want to see Double L, and obviously my heart, Shuridu's in there.
Yeah.
Johnny.
That's true. That's true. Man like Johnny.
Yeah. UK boys. Who
I'd
are you
love to see
2?
that. So realistically, looking at the list of names, I mean, I think Wade is a safe bet. Honestly, the way he's been grinding and how close he came to actually qualifying shows me that he has the drive to make it out there and do the job there. So I'm going to go with Wade. And the second name, that's tough. Let me think here. Do you know what? I think Alekovic has been looking really strong.
Alekovic has been looking good.
I think he's been looking mad good.
I can't lie. I mean, obviously, like depending on Nitro's attendance or not, everything changes. You know who's my extremely wild card pick? That I don't know how much he's grinding the game right now, but if he is, that's my Chris G. I think if Chris G is seriously grinding the game right now for LCQ, he can surprise absolutely everyone. And I would actually love this. I want someone to qualify that no one expected. I want a Chris G. I want like one of the players who's been rising and grinding. Like Kite is one of the players who has been consistently breaking through the top 8 barrier.
Kasuga.
This year, of course, Kasuga and Noka are going to be there.
I think Cali Max in there as well.
Cali Max is in there.
Yep. That a lot, but it's kind of my like wild card pick. I like a crazy pick. Safe pick. I think Wade is a pretty safe pick. He's looking, but it's watch out to not fall to your own expectations, right? Like it's huge pressure to be favorite of a tournament.
Yeah, for sure. Going into this, like it's like a 170 plus man bracket at the moment and rising. So yeah, man, it's gonna be a crazy one out there. It's gonna be a crazy one for sure. But regardless, the two strongest will emerge.
Absolutely, this is exactly what we want. That will be next week. But we now know every single player who qualified, the rule set. We also know the LCQ details. It's gonna be time to set up that group draw. So what we're gonna do, guys, real quick, we're gonna take a quick break to set up the draw, because I have boxes and stuff to set right here, to set up all of the draw and to get this guy to channel his evil energy.
Let's go.
To make these groups
the most chaos.
The biggest bloodbath of all time. Quick break so we can set up, get a drink, get a snack, and we're back to draw the actual groups for the Dragon Ball FighterZ World Tour Finals. That will happen next week. See you in a few minutes with the group draw.
Peggy 12.
Welcome back to the Dragon Ball Fighters show. We are ready with all the props necessary for our group draw. Welcoming back Tyrant and of course C4, who has been. How has the energy gathering been going?
It's been good.
I saw him take the Jiren pose on the corner.
Yeah.
How did it go?
Had to cross legs and everything,
Yeah.
man. I tried to channel in my inner chaos. I know some matches I want to see. Definitely Easy versus OB. Want to see the mirror match, and obviously Shanks spread for the culture.
Yeah.
Let's see if the fingers still have some sort of execution still in them.
Well, of course, before we even go to the groups, there are two things to mention to you guys. Of course, we mentioned earlier that there are going to be 4 groups of 5, but why are there 4 boxes? Because there are multiple regions, and we try to make sure that players from the same region won't face each other in groups. So we're going to go through 4 waves. Each of these waves is basically a box. The first box will have the 4 players from Europe 1, Europe 2 and 3, which is Yasha, Kane, Obi, Assassin and Shanks, which means these 4 cannot be in the same pool. They will all be drawn in a separate pool. Once we're done with wave 1, we're going to throw the wave 1 box and move to the wave 2 box, which will have all of America like NAS and West, which means again, no 2 Americans in the same bracket. Then wave 3, we have Japan, Europe 4 aka Seihan, and Mexico, which means obviously one of these groups will have 2 EU players, so I don't know who wants to get Seihan in their group. I surely wouldn't want it. And last but not least, the rest of the regions are in wave number 4 aka East Asia, Southeast Asia, Australia, Middle East, Brazil, and the extended division. And of course, there are 2 more spots on this, which are the LCQ spots. But instead of drawing the LCQ spots are already set. If you can already look at the group, it's pretty simple. 4 groups, 5 people per group, and the LCQ players are going to be in group C and D. So you kind of want to, I think you want to avoid LCQ players in a group.
Yeah, because you know that's going to be someone that really going to do some damage. So, yeah, good luck to those players there.
Absolutely. So, the first box next to you, C4, is the wave 1. This box contains Yasha, Kane, Obi, Assassin, and Shanks. And it's pretty simple. The first one you draw goes to group A. The second one you draw goes to group E, A, B, C, D, and then we go to the next box. Are you ready?
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Bro, I'm nervous.
Okay.
I don't know about you guys, but like this is big.
All right. Let's
Come
go.
on.
First draw. Let's draw our first player. Let's get this.
All right. Yep. Keep on camera. Okay.
C4 showing it. Who's the very first
We
for group A?
have. It is
Mi
Shanks. Mi padre.
Mi Padre Shanks! In Group A, we'll open the day in Group A because of course it has the order A, B, C, D, but more importantly, we'll have a group with no LCQ player. Shanks, the very first player to draw. And you know, like, opening the day, is that actually better or worse, like, to open there? I don't even know.
I don't know, man. Like, yeah. You know, one hand you're fresh.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to wait, but you never know.
All right,
We don't know
C4, Europe. Who will be in Group B?
Let's find out.
Let's find out.
Bro, nerve-wracking.
Digging deep. Fan one.
Let's
you
go
got?
for this.
All right. There we go.
Who is it gonna be? Obi.
Number 2.
Nope.
Would you look at that?
Yasha
Yasha.
in Group B.
Okay.
So you know what that means? That means Obi and Kane will surely have a LCQ.
Yep.
LCQ player. Shanks and Yasha stay clear of the LCQ opponents. That's gonna be the ones for Group A and B. We can move to the next one, C4. Who will be in Group C?
All right, let's see. There is. All right.
I wanna see you like struggle to open the ball, like fumble the bag.
Oh, look at that!
Make
Man's
it
got
fall.
the execution
Look
to him. One-handed, bro. Come on.
I'm glad Tyron saw it.
Look at the execution.
I saw it one-handed.
Doing drills. All right, next name. Man like Kane.
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 All right.
C.
Okay.
Okay, so Kane, who will get one of the LCQ players on the show, and of course we already know who the next one is, but because we are fair and everything, and we need to show that this is what in the group C4. Can you draw the last ball that is on this, just to show the people?
Best till last, right?
Yeah, as you said.
It's all good.
Obi Assassin.
Let's go.
In
One
Group
bang
D.
assassin.
Yep.
Yes.
That is the one. So wave A has finished. Obi Assassin in A. We have our first players of each, and now of course from now on every single player we get, we have direct shows, direct fights between the players. That was EU1, so of course again it guarantees that these guys don't meet each other. You don't want the same regions to meet all the way to World Finals. Shanks in Group A, Yasha in Group B, Kane in Group C, and Obi Assassin in Group D. And with this, it's time to draw the second player of each group. We're down to 3 boxes.
Only 3 boxes remain.
One box just vanished out.
I feel like I'm on like a game show or something. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, this is
Like
crazy.
one of them has 1 million.
Yeah, it's like,
one of them
ooh.
has like freaking like a snake.
No deal. No deal. No deal.
Imagine you said that when I pulled the name out. Nope, no, I don't want to play.
Alright, let's see. So this is the box with NA East and NA West. So Zane, Jake, Ryan, Inzem, and Legendary Pred. Oh my god!
Whoa! That went flying.
See, like
I popped Spark. That's what it was. I popped Spark.
it had spark. That's all. Like the vote.
All right.
Who will be in Shanks' group?
Ooh, big name. Legendary. Why did I pick red?
Oh.
I did it. I told you.
You actually
I
called
channeled.
it. He wanted Shanks versus Pred. Nah, you're cursed. You're cursed. You're cursed.
Execution. No hitbox needed,
Bro.
That was for you, Kusix. I
Bro,
did it.
I promise. Not rigged. Impossible to rig. Impossible. Look at that. Shanks versus Pred in Pool A. Oh my goodness. So we do have a chance at that legendary moment yet again.
Oh my god.
Wow. But this time, Pred, please don't skip it.
Please
Please don't skip it this time, please.
Let's be real. We actually still don't know. No one said, right? But Pred skipped it, right? I don't know. Pred, are you in chat? Did you skip it?
You got exposed, man. Time was like, it was him, officer.
Or did Shanks skip it? I don't know. Like one of the two. But let's draw the next player.
All right, next one.
Going on with Group B, that means being in Yasha's group. Let's see. He has mastered the one-handed opening.
Yeah, but at this point, man,
He has mastered the one-handed opening.
there's no dropping it. There's no dropping the combo.
Let's go.
Ooh, would you look at that?
Inzem.
Man, like Inzem.
Oh, okay, Inzem.
Inzem
Yo,
with
Inzem and
B.
Yasha.
Ooh, that's already a clean.
Oh my god.
That's already a clean one. That's what we want to see.
Damn.
That's nuts, man. That's huge. That's huge. That's huge.
I thought, man, I played SSJ Feet Vegeta for so long. I never understood how much true power felt like, man. Like, I am picking the good games.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
I'm picking the good games.
This is your reward for sticking with Vegeta for so long. Like,
Thank you.
yeah, this is your reward, man.
Feeling
Zeno?
powerful. And indeed, Yasha and Inzem in Group B, Shanks and Legendary Pred on Group A, which means there are 2 more players, and these are the West Coast players who are to be drawn on C or D. You can either get Jake, Ryan, or Zane. Your time to pick. Let's go. Let's go.
Who could it be? Every name is just so tense.
Oh, it's our commentator.
Let's go.
Jake,
Man like Jake.
the Sweat, Ryan.
All right, good luck, bro. You got
Straight
Kane.
to Group C.
That's going to be rough.
You got Kane. Listen, Jake, I have a strategy for you. Every time Kane lands a hit on you, you're a commentator, so just say he's gonna finish the combo, unleash the commentator
curse.
on him.
IRL.
IRL, like,
that's
listen,
tech,
there is no man more sensitive to a commentary curse than Kane.
In it. Yo,
That is his kryptonite, right?
bro, that combo will never be finished. Kane will be dropping those.
Every time, just say it, and Kane about to finish. Oh, what an optimal damage from Kane.
I sure hope Kane's controller doesn't unplug.
Oh my god, listen, we'll see. Jake Ryan, of course, one more to get in that box. We already know who this is, but you know, okay, left-handed mastery as well.
Unpredictable. It's a hard matchup to learn.
It's actually mixed. You know, it's like left or right, so, you know, like let's
ambidextrous.
There
we go.
Man like Zayn.
Yep. Zayn is going to be on that Group D. We already have the EU versus NA.
Zayn OB run back.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes, correct.
Yes,
That was where there's no collusion. I promise you, it's pure energy.
That was a banger match last time. I can't wait for that one.
Absolutely. So these are 2 players per group. Shanks and Pred in Group A, Yasha and Inzem in Group B, Kane and Jake Ryan in Group C, and Obi and Zayn in Group D. It's time to move to wave number 3. That wave has Fenrich, Taco, Seihan, and Neku, the Mexican representative.
Okay.
And it's your time to pick the first player of wave 3. Let's see.
So this is the only one where it's possible to have 2 European players.
Exactly, because Seihan is there.
Yes.
And he will, meet one of his friends when his European friends.
When we find them, he's going to find them soon. I've got him first.
Seihan, Shanks, and Legendary Pred. So just so you guys know, there are only 2 people who come out of groups, which means Seihan, Pred, and Shanks. One of these 3, at least one of these 3, will not make it through top 8.
Wow, crazy. I mean, when you look at the names, right, like it's stacked. There's no easy route here.
Nah.
But yeah, it's to see the 2 Europeans in the same group there, it's going to be tough for those 2 guys. But only 2 can go through, like you say.
Only 2 can go through. We have the first Group A on, and gonna get ready to get that Group B drone. 3 remaining in the box. Let's go.
All right, let's see.
Channel the power.
Who do we have? Who will it be? Spin the wheel. Labco.
Let's find out if it's a Labco player. Taco.
All right.
Japan.
Taco going straight to Group B. So Taco along with Yasha and Inzem. Yo, Taco versus Inzem is actually a match I'm really interested about.
Yeah, man. That's bro. I can't wait. All these groups are looking ridiculous right now, but that's gonna be sick.
Yeah, these groups look so stacked,
bro.
Man. I mean, there was no way the groups would not be stacked. But yeah, they look extra stacked right now. Inzem, Yasha, and Taco. Again, only 2 make it out per group, right? So you don't want to do the single set. C4. Take it away with the next one.
Take it away, my friends.
Digging deep. Got one. Who is lucky or unlucky? Let's find out.
See.
Tape execution's lacking.
This
person's execution never lacks.
No. Never. The robotic execution. AI.
Oh my god. Fenrich going to Group C. Hey, listen. Group C and D having an LCQ winner as well.
Such a wild card, right?
Is gonna be tough. Kane, Jake Ryan, and Fenrich.
Jake, I'm sorry, bro. That's looking hard, bro.
Forgive me.
Yeah.
That being said, one spot on commentary just got opened. Hell no, that was before Kane, bro. Let's go, Jake Ryan.
2 qualifier, man. He's
exactly.
All right.
What do you think he's here for? Let's go for the last of that wave. Well, you know who this is, of course, but we are still during it. Let's go for the next C4.
Yeah,
it is Neku.
Neku.
Yep, the Mexican representative will be in Group D. One of the LCQ groups, of course. Like that's getting closer. We're getting closer and closer to having full groups right now. We have 3 players set per each group. Obi, Assassin, Zayn, and Neku. Huge thing to prove for Neku right now to get one of these 2, if not both. Like only 2 people make it out, and there are 6 spots remaining with the remaining players, and all players are in this box. Of course, Xanxus is still Gohan Kun, Mano Bro, Hayat, the Novix. These are the players who are in this box. C4. Let's go. Choose their fate.
Decide their fate.
Decide the fate. Let's go.
names out. Paper unraveling.
Paper execution. Let's go.
All dramatic.
Oh, I'm a big fan of this guy.
Mano Brawl do Brazil!
Yep.
Last time he was the World Finals, he took Zayn down. This time,
He's a sick player.
he's looking for other upsets. He's a sick player. I remember running, remember we ran him against Kasuga, he won
Yeah.
as well. Mano Brawl is insanely good. And bro, this Group A looks incredible. Shanks, Spread, Seihan and Mano Brawl, I swear all four can make it out of this group, man.
Yeah, this is hard to call, man. And Mano Brawl, I remember when he showed up to the World Finals, he was like, I'm not even the strongest in Brazil. And he was happy to be there. We were like, what, bro? You're sick. Like,
Yeah.
you know
So
what I mean?
Brazil usually like finals are always Mano Brawl against Z-Leech.
Yes.
So it's always like these two. It will be Mano Brawl representing Brazil. But let's go for Group B, C4.
Okay.
Who do we have on Group B?
Let's see who's gonna be. Okay,
It's getting more efficient at the.
pop the spark.
Listen, that's why you save Spark. You die with Spark. You
True.
started the draw with like 70 Sparks. Let's go. Novix will be in Group B, the Australian representative, all the way to Las Vegas, looking to prove. Like we're always looking for this. Yasha, Inzen, Taco, and Novix in Group B. Looking forward to see what he can bring to the table, because he remains one of the unknown players, right?
Yeah. We saw him, his best performance, obviously, Couch Warriors cross up, finals against Fenrich, and we saw how hype he was with his pop off. I'm looking forward to seeing some more Australians.
Absolutely. Who's in Group C?
Alright, let's find out.
C4, let's go.
Let's get the C.
Let me see if I can get the. So you took a level 3. You don't want to block, so you spark.
Okay, there we go, bars. Sometimes you got it, man.
Blocking's cringe, man.
But
It is.
don't make it too bait though, because you might get smoked.
Oh no!
Ooh, easy steal.
Easy.
X.
Easy still our Thailand representative. He's going to be on Group C. He's going to have to face Fenrich. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Tough group so far.
Yes, sir. That is-
All of them tough.
I feel like every group is a group of death so far. Like
Right.
we'll discuss after the group on like what we believe could be the hardest groups. But so far, like every group has the good blend of this. So Group C is now finalized, right, with Kane, Jake Ryan, Fenrich, Easy Steel, and one of the two LCQ players. On this, Group D has one more player to join Obi Assassin, Zayn, and Neku C4. Trying to get this. Let's see.
Okay. Here we are.
I can't unfold it with one hand. That's actual execution.
Come on, bro. We're not all desk. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
true.
Zangzus, the Filipino representative. The Z Broly.
OG blue hair player.
Yeah.
OG Blue, yep, has always played the Vegito Blue. As we said earlier, Vegeta Blue and Vegito Blue was his two players, like point and mid. And now that's gonna fill Group D with Obi Assassin, Zayn, Neku, Zangzus, and one of the LCQ players.
Bro,
Which
these
means
groups are mad.
there's a group with Shanks, Spread, Seihan, and Mano Brawl. A group with Yasha, Inzem, Taco, and Novix. Where would you even need to be between these two? Both are death group C4. Who's in Group A?
Rocking a hard place. Alright, let's find out. Got a name.
Okay.
Let's see what it looks like.
Paper strong. So is this player.
With a Hayat.
Yes.
Representing the Middle East. Middle East in Group A. A lot to prove for Mr. Hayat. We'll see what he can do. He now knows who to prepare for. As of course the group will happen next week. He will be there to open. Group A will be Shanks, Legendary Pred, Seihan, Mano Brawl, and Hayat.
That's going to be such a good watch.
Only two, man. Only two players make it out of each group. It's actually crazy. And of course, there's one name remaining. We already know what the name is, but you know it for the sake of, showing that we're good. Let's go for C4, the final one.
Yeah, the last name out of the box
The final
is
one.
Man from New Zealand.
going.
Gohan Kun, representing New Zealand in Group B. That is going to be a difficult path, but for a player from an underrepresented region, there is nothing better than this, right? You're coming, no one knows what to expect from you,
Wildcard status.
Yeah, exactly. Wildcard status is the one, right? No one knows what to expect from you, and you are here to surprise everyone. These are the full groups. Tyrant, what is the group of death?
Oh man, I think that obviously they're all extremely difficult, but I feel like potentially Group B, man, because you've got the wild card in Gohan-kun, Novix also, and then you've got the 3 established, extremely strong players, Yasha, Inzem, and Taco. I mean, you can say this for every group, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like B really stands out to me, especially with Yasha, Inzem, and Taco leading the pack. That is just so difficult right there.
What about you, C4?
For me, if I had to pick, it's probably D or A. I'm leaning more towards A. Like Shanks, Pred, Saihan are like really established, and they're all great in their own rights, and they're like kind of legendary with what they bring to the game, right? Manobro is no stranger, has been there before. And Haya, I feel he's gonna get like that Genki Dama form. They're literally his whole region, right?
He's grinding probably right now.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I know the players, I know the characters. Bring me all the cells in the Middle East.
Right.
Bring me all the so-called good blockers. Bring me the Tohans. Yeah, that group with this week's prep time, I think is going to be extremely hard to get out.
Yeah, I mean, objectively, I feel like there is no weaker group than others.
No.
Like, often when you draw, like, there's one group that can be seen as weaker. I feel like every single group has a lot of killers. I think C and D are wildcards because obviously LCQ, man. Like, these groups are already hard it is, but, like, LCQ will make them even more stacked. Like, so the way it's going to go, right, is there's going to be 2 people in LCQ, and the winner of the LCQ will just draw one of the 2 groups. So it's not like first goes to C, second goes to D. It's like purely random. You win, you're gonna draw whether you go to C or D. I feel like, I mean, I don't know, I choose both hard. I would have said you would want to go to D rather than C because Kane and Fenrich. But a bit difficult for this. I think it's Group A, man. Because I feel like Group A,
it could be.
Group A is the one that I can see with 4 players who can clearly make it out, and 1 player who is currently a mystery, but we know how good he is, because like Shanks, Pred, Seihan, obviously we know them. Manobro proved that he can take down the very best, and Hayat, we haven't seen Hayat in a while, but he showed earlier, you know, in the lifespan what he can do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We know what he's capable of. Like, he's come to offline events and proven it in the past.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's been a bit quiet the last couple of seasons, but we're fully aware that, you know, he's capable, and now he's playing one of the best teams in the game. Bro, anyone can get it.
Yeah, that's what we want to see, man. The full groups are being done. All of Battle Hour will be next week, and the schedule for Battle Hour is pretty simple, guys. We have Saturday with all the groups, and Sunday with top 8. If you make it out of your group Saturday, you're then top 8. If you fail to make it out of your group, you are a spectator, you know, on Sunday. And of course, the format, just to remind you guys, right, is, you know, we've seen these groups. Round robin, first to 2 matches, and the top 2 qualify. You know, with the top 1 being in, first 1 being in winners, second being in losers. So being first is important.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's one of those formats where, you know, we've been over this many times in previous world finals and stuff like that. Every single game is so important.
Yeah.
Like bro, like it can literally be life or death situation. Like, you need, like, winning those games 2-0 is pivotal. So it's all on these players to do their homework and come fully prepared come Battle Hour. Yeah,
in a system like this where you can't even lose a game because game differential count.
Yep.
You see a happy birthday, you're like, long.
This is it's looking worrying, bro. You better be careful with your assist timings. Let's say that much.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be this, but that's exactly what we want, man. The Dragon Ball FighterZ World Tour Finals are next week. And before we leave you guys, we would like to talk a bit about Battle Hour itself as an event, because Battle Hour is a big event. It's not only Dragon Ball FighterZ, it goes beyond the scope of Dragon Ball FighterZ. It has tournaments on the Dragon Ball card game and Dragon Ball Legends. Anyone who enters gets free exclusive goodies for this. The players get free player goodies. There is a concert with Hironobu Kageyama. Bro, I don't know if I will be able to be esports enough to get a picture with this guy, but I need a picture with the man who, like, I grew up with this guy, man.
Bro, I am honestly over the moon to be in the same room with this guy. Like, I am, bro, like, I'm the biggest Dragon Ball fanboy. Like, I can't wait for this. Like, it's a flipping Dragon Ball convention, man.
Yep.
This event's going to be amazing, and I'm ecstatic to, you know, check that out.
And it's actually real, like, there's going to be plenty of activities like Dragon Ball related, because as you said it best, Tarrant, it is a Dragon Ball convention. It is, of course, the theater for the Dragon Ball World Finals, but as a whole, it's a Dragon Ball convention. All of the Dragon Ball, like-minded Dragon Ball fans will be around, enjoying everything. I'm looking forward to see a bit of everything of Battle Hour. There's going to be, as always, the app online, like to go around on Battle Hour
so
and
cool.
enjoy the social side of Battle Hour. And of course, it is in Las Vegas. It is next week, 4th and 5th of March. And on Sunday morning, there is a movie screening. We can all watch Dragon Ball Superhero together. That's a throwback to me to Season 2, remember? In Season 2, in the World Finals, we had the Broly movie.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was honestly one of my highlights. Like, we were watching it. I was chilling with guys checking it out, bro. It was so cool. Like, so we're rooting for Piccolo and Gohan.
We're watching it. We're gonna, like, for all of you who have not watched it yet, like, you can actually, if you're attending, you can, come and have some fun. But I am really spoilers, bro. I am really looking forward to like the whole event. Obviously, World Finals, man. Dragon Ball FighterZ is out there. Of course, for you who might have missed the announcement this week, Dragon Ball FighterZ will be at EVO this year as well. So that's 2 iterations of Dragon Ball FighterZ in Las Vegas. For now, we are all getting ready for Battle Hour in Las Vegas. Excited to be part of a fully Dragon Ball event and to showcase some of the very best.
Bro, Headchala, it's gonna be sick.
I'm gonna be fangirling, But that will be it, guys, for us today. I hope you had fun catching up with us, getting the groups. For all of the players who are entering, of course, you guys let us know. You guys are probably all streaming. I encourage you guys to just go on everyone's stream to see what they think, about the brackets. Go on their Twitter, go everywhere, and I want to know, what everyone thinks about this, how hype you guys are for the groups. Battle Hour starts on Saturday next week in Las Vegas. Plenty of activities. We will crown the 2022-2023 Dragon Ball FighterZ World Tour champion. I cannot wait to be in Las Vegas. But Terrence, C4, it's been a pleasure as always. C4, did you feel power today?
I understand. I understand what Broly feels like now. I'm an S Broly main. From now on in, I promise you. Now I understand how to wield this true God key. I'm going to use it for good only, though. Only for good.
All right, it was done for good. Terrence, any hype word ahead of Battle Hour?
No, I'm honestly super excited to check this out. There's a special feeling when it comes to Dragon Ball FighterZ World Finals, and I'm sure this year is going to be no different. I'm very, very, very excited.
Super excited. We are all excited, guys. Battle Hour is next week. World Finals, Dragon Ball Super screening, goodies for absolutely everyone, and we get to meet Kageyama-san. I cannot wait. And as I would say, inshallah, we're going to be there in Las Vegas next week. See you at Battle Hour, guys. World Finals coming in a week. I'm looking forward to it, and I hope to see you guys there.
Peggy 12.